While I'm on the subject of Chemist, what the heck are they doing backstage there with your prescription when they go out the back with it? What the hell are they up to? You hand in the prescription, you need 14 tablets. Mr. D, it'll take 20 minutes. 20 minutes? Mr. D, you take a seat, it'll take 20 minutes. Never sit down at the Chemist, by the way. Never. That's the loser's seat in town, isn't it? Oh, once you've sat down on the hearing aid beige seat at the Chemist, that's it. You're marked out as a loser. You're not there for a comb or toothpaste. The game's up. There's something wrong with your ass. You gotta... Mr. D, 20... How can it take 20 minutes? What the heck are they playing at? How can it take longer than counting to 14? You know what it is? I think he's trying to give the impression that he's making the medicine out the back. That's what he wants you to think, that he's some kind of alchemist and he's got bottles bubbling away, smoking, he's mixing it together. The very building blocks of life. Mr. D, 20 minutes. He's back there trying to stuff out. Mr. D, 20 minutes. Take 2 at bedtime. But for the love of God, lock yourself in, man. 20 bloody minutes. Okay, he's got to print a little label to go on the bottle. On what is, by the way, the noisiest printer on earth, isn't it? Isn't it embarrassing when that thing starts up out the back? Give me some Nurofen with that as well, would you please? It's embarrassing. They might as well be shouting around the shop, what's wrong with you? He's got diarrhea. I tell you what I saw the other day. This upset me, and I'm a pretty easygoing guy. You know what I saw? I saw an ambulance. Big sign on the back of the ambulance, on the back door. Do you know what it said? It said, "This is an ambulance, not a taxi." This is an ambulance, not a taxi. I know, I can see. Don't worry, I can tell. I know it's not a taxi. You know how I know it's not a taxi? Because last time I called a taxi, it didn't take 3/4 of a fucking hour to arrive. That's how I know. While I'm on the subject, can I just ask, is it really strictly necessary in this day and age to have the word ambulance written back to front on the bonnet of the ambulance?
No, so if you see it in the rearview mirror, it says that.
I know why. I know why. I'm just questioning it. See, my point is, if the blue flashing light and the big red cross hasn't done it for you, just a hunch, but I suspect the word ambulance is going to be lost on you as well. So I'd like to know if there had ever been anyone in the history of the automobile who was driving along, looks in their rearview mirror and goes, huh, what the heck's this? Who's this joker with his blue flashing light and big red cross behind me? He's not getting past me. What does this say? Eculumbo? What does the hell that mean? Not getting out of his way. There's some pushy Danish furniture company behind me trying to get past me. You gotta watch it. They're all at it. I saw a fire engine, big sign on the back of the fire engine. You know what it said? It said, "Smoke alarms save lives." I thought, yeah, more like save you the bother of getting out of bed to put the fires out, you lazy bastards. You gotta watch it. AA vans. Well, Britain's 4th emergency service. Right, only in this country could coming forth be a boast. 4th, you say, my God, runner up to bronze. All the fun of taking part, none of the hassle of hanging around for a medal. Mountain Rescue, they're grumpy bastards, aren't they? So you helped me down from a hill. You have no right to criticize my footwear. I was wearing flip-flops that felt like a walk. Well, volunteer service, you see, Jack. Yeah, and don't you keep banging on about it. Listen, pal, you wanted to rescue people. I wanted rescuing. We both got what we wanted, so shut your face. Kendall mink cake. Kendall bloody mink cake. I was in Kendall on this tour I've been doing. As soon as I arrive in Kendall, everyone, have you had some Kendall mint cake? Do try it. Have some Kendall mint cake. Please, do try it. Let me get out of the car. Can I just first? Have some Kendall. I tried it. Have you tried Kendall mint? It's really very good, actually. Yes, it is. To the Kendall mint cake. If they could add just a little bit more sugar, it would be perfect, wouldn't it? What a contribution to survival that has been over the years. You go up a mountain, the mist rolls in, you're cold, lonely, tired, hungry, frightened, lost. Take a little nibble of your trusty Kendall mint cake. And slip into a diabetic coma. Anyway, I picked up the paper and I thought it would be interesting just to have a look. I'll just read some of these stories. You can always tell from a local paper, you can tell a lot about an area. And I'm going to just read a couple of the stories here, which I think it warrants it. This is the Fulham and Hammersmith Chronicle. Story on the front page. Crack house raid, Net's huge arsenal. That tells me a little bit about the area. Then I go on to this bit. Shepherd's Bush. A 27-year-old woman had her bag stolen with £1,000 of cash in it. Now, what is wrong with that story? Because it would be £1,000 if you had your bag stolen. And how much money was in the bag when it was stolen? Ooh, I think £1,000, I think. No one in Shepherd's Bush has ever owned £1,000. This is nice. Ambulance crew deny stealing cash. What a lovely area this is. All right, you pump his chest, I'll go through his pockets. Rotating school building, a good move. A school building will be rotated to make it easier for students and staff to move between lessons. Well, there's always a simple solution. Firefighters attended a blaze last night when an ice cream van was deliberately set on fire by a gang of toddlers in the Peabody estate.